Guys, I had an allergic reaction.
Baby, can you focus on me, please? Hands in the soap, how the faucet's running and I keep looking at you.
I don't know what happened, but I woke up this morning and my lip was swollen. And of course my lip is swollen when I feel like doing a video. But whatever, it's gonna take a while for this to go down, and I'm not waiting a while to make this video. This was on my mind, therefore I'm gonna do this video with this swollen lip. And I know y'all gonna bust on me in the comments, but that's alright. Things happen in life, but I'm ready for that, okay? Anyways, in today's video, I'm basically gonna be talking about what I'm gonna be doing at the high school. I am a senior in high school right now. I graduate in June. Actually, I graduate June 15th of this year. I'm hyped. I am hyped. Things took a complete turn for me senior year. I did go to a public school. I went to George Washington Carver High School. And then, you know, tough times came down on me, and now I'm doing, for my last year in high school, I know it sucks, but I'm doing online school for my last year of high school. And so I just want to talk to you guys about what I plan on doing after high school, because I decided to take a gap year and not go straight into college this fall. I'm going to take a gap year, you know, work a little bit, because I'm 17 and I still haven't worked yet. I don't even have a job. It's sad, but it's true. So I just want to work a little bit, you know, get used to working, you know, not be completely broke when I go into college, excuse me. But let's start here. I have a passion for writing, but I also am really intrigued with law and and going into studying law and whatever. So that's also a reason why I wanted to do a gap year, so I can get my mind straight on what I wanted to do instead of going into college and going in without having a major. But I'm pretty sure that I'm going to end up going into writing. So I actually, you know, over the past couple of weeks, I've been having an idea of doing a book, writing a book. You know, I wrote a play before, which was actually, it was, what do you call it? I wrote a play called Our Hands Are Up, and it was produced through the organization called Young Playwrights, and it was produced through Temple University. And, you know, I thought it was an amazing experience to be able to write a play about something that's passionate, that I'm passionate about, and to have it win first place and then produced through this university. And so I think that really started my whole, you know, really my passion for writing. It didn't start my passion for writing, but it started the idea of me going to college for writing. You know, I wasn't sure what I wanted to go to college for, and writing is up there with a list of other things that I want to go to college for. You know, I talked to my father, and he said, you know, would you think about, you know, interning at a law firm? And, you know, I'm thinking about that. I don't know yet if I want to go there. You know, I think I'm sticking to my writing. And I'm the biggest procrastinator. And so sometimes, you know, I need to be real motivated to start writing. That's a problem that that's a habit that I need to break, is for me to stop procrastinating, because I make stories up in my mind. Like, you know, people have a process of writing, and my process of writing isn't jotting down notes and characters and jotting down my plot and things of that sort. My writing process is, I get something in my mind that I want to write about, and I just start writing about it. You know, I don't have notes and side notes about what I want to write. It comes to my mind and I write it down, and then I rewrite and I go over it and fix whatever it is that needs to be fixed. I get these stories in my head and I don't do nothing with them. It pops up in my head, something I want to write about. I may see something on the internet and may draw inspiration from that, but not write because I'm so lazy, okay? Let's be real. It's laziness as well. And so that's something that I want to start working on during the summertime, is trying to write every day, write a story every day, start a book. And so after high school, like I said, I'm taking that gap year. You know, I think I'm gonna start getting into a book, writing a book. I think writing a book for me, not for everybody. Not everybody is going to go towards writing a book if writing is their passion. You know, some people may start off essays or book reports or something like that. But I think that writing a book for me about something that's passionate for me, I think writing a book is a way for me to start and break that habit of procrastination. And I think once I get down the topic of this book, I'm going to go off of that, and I think it's going to be easier for me. I do understand that there's some people out there who's, you know, battling with that thought of going to school right away or just falling back and doing something else or starting out their profession without having that sort of, you know, guidance of having school. And so for me, my writing passion came from when I was a little girl. I lived with my grandmother. I would come home from school and I would literally, a book that I would read, my grandma had books for me, and I would literally take a pen in a piece of paper, and I would jot down the entire book word for word. And I think that's where my passion of writing came from. And then once I transferred from my neighborhood school to a charter school, I live in North Philadelphia, and the charter school I transferred to in the 5th grade was in South Philly, which was a good neighborhood. And so once I transferred to that charter school, I think my creativeness and my passion for writing developed. In neighborhood schools, you know, the work that you get is like, it's easy. Like you shouldn't be failing in a neighborhood school, to be honest with you. And so once I got to charter school and the difficulty, you know, went up, and I had to start writing poems for class, essays. That's when I really started to my passion for writing started to develop. My passion for writing, I'm not gonna say plays, but my passion for writing about things that are happening in the world, current events, happened when I transferred in the 5th grade, actually, because I transferred the end of September of the 5th grade, and February of that next year, 2012, February, right, Trayvon Martin was killed. And I think it was really interesting how the school reacted, because I don't think that if I was in my neighborhood school, anybody would be talking about that. So my school that I went to, Independence Charter School, ICS, teachers were white. There was a lot of white kids, but there was also black kids, Hispanic kids, right? And so it was a good mixture. And so we had discussions like that whenever something like that happened. I thought that was very, very cool that, you know, such a mixed environment had discussions like this. And so we decided as a class, in one of my teacher's class, Teacher Tracy, we decided that we would do a protest, right? A peaceful protest in the classroom. So what we did was we wore hoodies, and students brought in Skittles in Arizona. And I think that moment for me really kicked off my interest in writing about current events. Fast forward to the 8th grade, my English teacher, Teacher Lacey, I love you, Teacher Lacey. From that span of 2012 to 2015, you know, very similar situations as to Trayvon happened. And so my English teacher, Teacher Lacey, she decided to basically give a lesson. I don't know if you would call it a lesson or not. One day I walked into class and she had postered all over the classroom black men who were killed by the police. And I mean, I was walking around like, wow, I didn't even know that many people were killed by the police in that span of years, right? We had open discussions in the classroom, and then maybe a couple of weeks later, that's when she announced that the organization Philadelphia Young Playwrights would be coming to our school and working with us on creating plays for this, like, basically like a little competition of I don't know how many students participated. I'm gonna say around 600 and something students participated in this competition for Philadelphia Young Playwrights, and that we should pick a topic on which to write about. And me, I was just like, I'm not good at making up stories. Like, I'm gonna just be honest. Like, I love to write, but I'm not good on making up stories. I like writing stories about a person that's based off of a true story. So I was like, hey, we just talked about the police shootings as a lesson in this class, Teacher Lacey. So I want to tackle on doing a play about one of the men that we talked about. And so I decided to do my story based off of Michael Brown, right? And I thought that it would be easier to do based off of a true story play, right? Because the information is there, right? But it's just as hard as making up a story. And let me tell you why. Writing a story or writing a play based off of something that's true is just as hard as making up your own characters, making up your own storyline, because you don't want to get anything wrong. You don't want to dishonor the family of Michael Brown. You want to be able to capture the essence of who he was as a person, who his family was, who his family is, and then you also want to be able to draw in the audience that's going to be watching your play or reading your play, and draw them in to see Michael Brown as Michael Brown and not what people were saying in the media, right? And so that was very hard. I love you, Teacher Lacey. Like I said, she helped me a lot as well. It was a long process of doing so. And remember, this is a short play, so I had to fit in a lot of information that was out there. I had to fit all of that in and try to condense that to I want to say it was supposed to be like, what, a 10-page, one act play. I had to do that. I did it. You know, I was okay with it. And then, you know, they would then pick the winner over the summer. I'm in the beach playing. I'm happy. I'm at the beach with my cousins. We woo in the sand, getting wet. And then my phone rings at the beach, and I pick it up, and it's the people who at the organization of Young Playwrights, and it said, you won first place. I'm like, oh my God, I won first place. I'm so happy. And they said that, you know, your play will be produced through our organization at Temple, right? And that after I come back from summer vacation, you know, we would meet for a couple of weeks, maybe I'm gonna say it was about a month, maybe longer than that we met at Temple. We met at Temple, and we would just go over the play, fix anything that needed to be fixed, rewrite things that needed to be rewrote, and the actors performed, and they got my feedback on it. They got the director's feedback on it. And then October 2nd through October 10th, I remember those dates real well. That was the best week of my life. So October 2nd through October 10th, my play was produced during those days at Temple. And I gotta say that I really credit ICS with sort of my excuse me, I credit ICS with my development in writing and as a person, really, because we partaken in protests and discussions in that school that I don't think that I would ever have experienced had I not transferred there. I credit them for that. And then, you know, I was in high school already when it was produced. So I graduated from ICS the 8th grade, went into 9th grade, went to George Washington Carver. And I don't know if I contacted Teacher Lacey or if she contacted me, but, you know, I told her I won first place. You know, I wanted to thank y'all for, you know, giving me the opportunity to showcase my talents and my passions of writing. You know, I went to my ICS school page online. And, you know, it showed the listings of the people in our grade and in our school who had won. And I think maybe 3 of us who were who won in our school. So I was first, and I forget who was second, third, and fourth, but I know my friend Jonathan, rest in peace Jonathan, I know he won for his play as well. So I think that kickstarted everything off for me and my passion of writing and wanting to go to college for writing. And I just want to motivate people out there that, you know, although, you know, school's not for everybody. Let's just be honest. I want to go to college for sure. You know, I want to get my education. You understand? But I think I'm just going to chill out for a little bit and get my head right on what I want to go up there for. Right? And I want to just start out with my writing and see if that's really something that I really want to take for college. I want to motivate people out there to just go with your heart. You know, if college isn't for you, that's okay. Just make sure that you aren't at home not doing nothing, right? Do something that you're passionate about. If something that you're passionate about doesn't require you to go to college, then go for that, okay? But it's also always good to have something to fall back on, right? If you go to college, get your education, and you might not want to use that education to do what you need to do, or the thing that you want to do, right? You just have that there sitting waiting for you. If you want to become a basketball player and you want that education, you don't necessarily need an education to be a basketball player, right? But when you're done playing basketball, you can use that education to go into something else. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. I hope you enjoyed my story about my passion for writing. If you relate to anything that I said, please drop a comment down below. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, and comment anything else that you guys would want me to talk about or do in the next coming videos. Like I said, I'm trying to post consistently to grow my channel. So thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.